Lewis here, bringing you another video. Good to see you again. Hope the union's doing all right. The video's getting just a little bit better, a little less cringe every time. So we're making progress. So as you guys know, I am doing business management here at Liverpool, and ever since I got here, the only thing they seem to be drilling into us constantly is the whole idea of, you know, getting experience. I don't know why I did that. Getting experience, you know, going for the year in industry, trying to find ways of making yourself stand out when it comes to your final application, knowing how to sort of communicate your skills across to make you look like the best candidate for any potential graduate jobs. The past couple of weeks I've dropped the ball a bit, so it's time to get that finger right out my ass and start to wake up a bit. Give myself a good slap, wake up. I found out a very, very interesting statistic that basically 70% of graduate jobs aren't even advertised. That's pretty crazy. So you can be doing your best, you can be getting all this experience, you can be putting it on your CV, and someone might already have the job and they didn't even have to do anything. I think the phrase, it's not what you know but who you know, is becoming more and more important when it comes to getting a job. So some of you are panicking now, you're like, Lewis, 70% of jobs, where can I find these? Why are they not listed? And I'm here to tell you that you can find them on LinkedIn. So I went to a talk last night talking about LinkedIn, how to get it set up, how to utilize it the best to get the, you know, best possible sort of success rate out of it, and you know, it was pretty informative, so I won't tell you guys about it yet. I will give you a future video once I've actually done it myself and I've proven that it can work, because there's no point to me telling you this information if I haven't even tested it yet. So once I know it works, I'll let you guys know. So after coming home from that talk last night, I was really pumped, and unfortunately the natural lighting wasn't available to me, so I've actually gone ahead and I've already made my LinkedIn, so sorry. Once I get some success with that, I'll let you guys know what I did. I'm not going to keep you guys in the dark. Update on the YouTube Society. I went into the guild building. Basically, they looked at my application, but they needed more information. Like, they did this meeting every Monday to, you know, look at new societies and whether to approve it or not. Basically, I was on the well, I wasn't on the telephone to this woman. The woman at reception was on the telephone to the people who looked at my application, and she just got back to me and she was like, yeah, they need more information off you. So naturally, I was like, okay, so, you know, when am I going to hear about this? And they're like, yeah, you should hear soon, probably via email. And I was just thinking, you're on the telephone to someone who wants to talk to me, and I'm standing right next to you. Could you not just pass the phone over? It's suddenly gone really quiet, and it's making me very self-conscious. Yeah, I'm the type of person where I get really frustrated if there's something I know I can be doing and there's just no reason for me to be waiting, and that's kind of frustrating me with this YouTube thing, because it's like, they had the meeting on the Monday, it's now Friday, they still haven't told me what I need to do, so I don't know, I might go back in today, pester them, see if I can bloody sort your hair out, mate. Sort it out. Oh, being a student, I don't miss not having money. In light of this sudden burst in productivity, I thought I'd get my finger back out my arse again, give it a good sniff, wake myself up, and yes. What the fuck was that? So if you are a business management student like me, or any sort of business related student like economics, marketing, that sort of stuff, you don't even have to be a business student. Basically, if you're applying for any sort of internship, you'll find that a lot of the big companies are now requiring you to do a online psychometric test. So I'm really interested in doing this Women in Business with PwC, and one thing that you have to do with that is you have to do an online psychometric test. So these usually come in two forms. You have the numerical one and the sort of I think they call it verbal reasoning. It's just like maths problems. The other one, very much like the UK CAT or any sort of medical exam, entrance exam that is, where you have to do something you have to sit down in a controlled environment with a timed event. You know, you're on a computer, you're clicking things, you know, that sort of thing. I would move the camera around to try and make it a little bit more interesting, because I know you might get fed up of just seeing the same old background all the time, but I think you saw in the last episode, I tried to hold it up. Like, I don't have my GorillaPod for a DSLR yet. I've only got the one. I've only got that one there. for the iPhone. Probably noticed in the last video that I did, it was very shaky when I was doing that, and I don't consider myself weak, you know, like, you know, there's something there, right? I think I'm alright in that department, so yeah, I don't know, maybe I just need to get used to holding my arm out like this. Maybe go to the gym, get a plate, just do that thing. I see people do that. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're gonna stay stationary for now. So my tip for you is the ones that you really want to get in terms of internships, do them last. Find ones that, you know, if you got it, you'd be happy, but it's not your first choice. Do them first, because it'll give you the practice, and normally you get instant feedback, so if you do that, you'll know how to improve, and then if you do mess up on those ones, it's better to mess up on those ones and not the one that you actually want. Even if you're not a business student, I would highly recommend that you go to the PwC website. It's like a consulting firm, accountancy, finance, that sort of stuff. But they have this really good resource. I think it's called the Psychometric e-learn, and if you go check that out, it's like a fully interactive, I think it's an hour-long thing, where it talks you through the psychometric testing process, and it gives you practice questions, and I would highly recommend you do that, because it gives you a good idea of, you know, the sort of stuff you're expecting to see. And it also gives you some links to some other psychometric tests, like websites dedicated to practice questions. You can get a bank of practice questions and just get used to doing it, build up your speed, and make sure that you just nail them when it comes to the actual application. So, you know, I would show you me doing it, but like I said, I just can't hold the camera up, so I think we'll leave it there. Basically, the point of this video is get a LinkedIn account, research how to make the most of that. I will give you more information on that in future videos. A lot of first year students, they won't be doing anything right now when it comes to internships or any of that stuff. And if I've learned anything over my short life, I've realized that whatever everyone's doing on average, don't do that, don't be that person, because you'll just end up being average like them. So when everyone is not working, that's when you should be grinding it out, because when everyone else is panicking at the end, you'll be there chilling, because you've already sorted it out. Get in touch with your careers advice people, try and find out what you want to do. This is the great thing about experience, work experience, part-time jobs, internships, is the fact that it gives you a little snippet into the work that you may be going into. That just because you do work experience in that field doesn't mean that you then have to do a job in that field. That's the great thing about it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So yeah, if you made it to this part of the video, thank you very much for sticking with me. Drop a like to let me know that you are here. It's always good to see who's still here. I'd say drop a comment, but there's not really anything specifically that I want to know from you guys. It's just good to have an interaction with you, so I guess check the board out. Hashtag to the viewers. If you want a message to be portrayed to the audience, just put it down in the comments below. And as always, if you are new, subscribe and join the union. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. This video is done. Perfect.